You can kick rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk. Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been loud too long. You can hate my style, you can roll your eyes, but I ain't slowing down, I was born to rise. So kick them rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk. I've lost some friends, made a few new foes, but that's just life, that's how it goes. I ain't bending over just to please a crowd. If I fall down, I'll fall down proud. I talk my truth, I live my way, ain't nobody.
Put the pressure on me, mate, please.
No, but I know you're going to deliver, so it's not a problem, is it? I know what's coming. Yeah. Folks, you're in for a treat. Shut your fucking mouths. Look over here. Anybody would think that you've got free will. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mancunian Pirates! Yay!
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Mancunian Pirate. I'm going to do a few points for you. Obviously, nothing as rude as yours, mate. Nothing as rude as your skins. I don't put that kind of stuff in mine, mate. So, the first one I'm going to do tonight is about the fact that I don't drive a car. You don't drive a car, do you? So it's called I Don't Drive a Car. And it goes like this. I don't drive a car, I'm pedestrian. So it takes a long time to go far because I don't drive a car. What's the question? That's right, I'm pedestrian. I'm a walker. Have you got a couple of minutes? Yeah, I'll talk to you. I sometimes get the bus and I pass the time of day with a little old dear sat next to me, with a minimum of fuss. When I get the bus, I sit and watch the old guys playing bowls in the park. That's me in 20 years, I thought, and the reality was stark. Watching bowls in the park. So I don't drive a car, and I can't fly a plane, and the fat controller's gone on strike, so I can't stand up on a train. What a fucking shame. It could be a case of deja vu, or a case of Vujardé. And did it happen to you? And did it happen today? Or did it happen to me? And did it happen yesterday? Deja vu, Vujardé. Now years ago I used to ride a bike, but nowadays I'm far too old for that. Anyway, dressed like this, on a bike, I'd look a right fucking twat. So I don't drive a car, but I still get where I need. It just takes that little bit longer, because I go at a slower speed. Maybe one day I'll pass my test, and I'll go driving too. But until that day, I'll keep on walking, and I'll leave all the driving to you. I don't drive a car. Thank you.
Hey!
Moving swiftly on, the next one I'm going to do is called tips. Now, I might sound a bit harsh when I'm doing this, that I don't really tip people, but Joe at the bar, he knows I tipped him, and the girl tipped, and I also tipped him last week. But it's just that I've got better things to do with my money. Right, and I'm going to tell you about it, and it's called tips, and it goes like this. The taxi driver stared at me like I'm a fucking twat, just because he got no tip. But what's so wrong with that? Took me where I wanted, and I paid the standard fare, and now he wants a tip, just because he took me there. Tell it to the bus, the train, and the airline pilot. They do the same job, for no extra bob. I just thought I'd highlight it. And then the barman stared at me like I'm a fucking twat, just because he got no tip. But what's so wrong with that? I paid the price for my favourite sip, and just because he poured it, he's entitled to a tip. I don't think so. You can suck my fucking whip. And then the waiter stared at me like I'm a fucking twat, just because he got no tip. But what's so wrong with that? I ordered steak and chips, and a pint to wash it down. It was $19.99. So I gave him £20. Go tell it to Greg's, McDonald's, and the folk at Burger King. They don't get a tip, so you can kiss my ring. Now if you want a tip from me, I'll give you one, and yeah, it's free. I give my tips to charity. Does that make sense? Well, it does to me. Thank you.
Hey!
So the next one I'm going to do is about two girls that I went out with. One when I was very young, about 17, and one when I was a lot older, and I should have known better to tell you the truth. And it's called Two Girls Unlimited, We're Not Together Anymore. And it goes like this. My girl's mad at me. I didn't want to go to her mum and dad's for tea. You see, I don't like her mum, but fair dues, her mum don't like me. Her dad's alright though, but he's well under the thumb, because that house is ruled by my girlfriend's mum. My girl's getting peeved with me. I'm drinking beer, I ain't touched me tea. She's nudging me and kicking my leg, while I'm just supping her dad's best keg. My girl's got a face on now, watch her turn into an evil cow. There'll be no happy ending for me when I get home, only the sound of her manic voice, like a drum through a microphone. My girl started hitting me, she's throwing shit and bitting me. I mean, I only said you like your mum, and I won't want her to be my wife. And now she's in the kitchen, and she's got a carving knife. She's coming down the hallway like Norman Bates in drag. Oh, I wish he had a gun and I'd shoot the stupid bag. So the very next day, I was out that door, because we're not together anymore. Thank you. The next one I'm going to do, I shouldn't really be doing. I've got COPD, so I'm not supposed to get out of breath or anything like that. And this is called a breathless pause. Now I'm going to do this poem in about 48 seconds if you want to time it. And yeah, it could do me damage, but you know, so that's okay. You deserve it, and it's Christmas. So this is called a breathless pause. All right, you'll understand when I do it. All right, breathless pause goes like this. Learning Latin in a class that I was sat in sheets upon my bed. The priest has come, pronounced me dead, sir, in 3:15. Get your dosh on if you know what I mean. Street wider than a mile. I'm putting on the Ritz and I'm putting on style. Council, workers' rights. Going off to Blackpool, gonna see the lights out. Canvas prone. If you got a split, then you'll never be alone. Shark, lurking in the dark. Sky high rates on a bench in the park. Lane, ball and chain. Married to the mob and you'll never be the same. Sex, the old T-Rex. Platform boots and whatever's coming next. Store, second floor, red lights on and it only costs a score. Draw, I need one more, then I'll have 8 and I'll never be a poor boy. Pride and joy, all growing up with a box full of toy. Soldiers off to war, going into battle, drummers at the fore. Court, I'm in the dock, charged with badging, going through a lock, stock, barrel and a key. I bought it from you and you sold it to me. I'm brave. No, I wasn't here for Remembrance Sunday, so we'll bring it down a bit, and I'll do a Remembrance Day poem for you. And this one's called On Poppy's Field, and it's the story of 4 young men on the 1st of July 1916 at the Battle of the Somme. And it's called On Poppy's Field, and it goes like this. When John and the boys rose from that trench, they were lads of just 17. And the sights and the sounds of the horrors around were a nightmare that had to be seen. A terrible dream. The flame and the wire, the gas and the bomb upon Poppy's Field, first day of the Somme. The smell and the fear and the sound of War Machine, with Bobby, Jack and Albert making up the team. They only left school 3 years ago, when they were just 14, but they all signed up on the very first day, when they all turned 16. With bayonets fixed and charging insane, a bomb goes off. John's friends are all slain. Pausing for a moment to see his friend's demise, in the blood-red mud with the pain in his heart and the tears in his eyes. Seeing faces of the men never coming home again, from both sides of the wire. Does war never tire? And now I stand where these men stood, with the bombs and the guns and the blood-red mud. And as I weep for all the dead and for all the left behind, I take comfort in the knowledge that they died for all mankind. Amen. Thank you.
Yay!
Right, so let's get into a bit of the ruder stuff. Anybody in here tonight that's ginger? Are we okay? Right. Now, this isn't to offend anybody who's ginger, because I was going to have a mate here tonight, and it's called a ginger nuts. So I don't want anybody up there going all train spotting on me, you know, throwing pine pots or kissing her out like that. It's not really about that. It's a case of mistaken identity, and it's called the ginger nuts. And it goes like this. When I woke in bed this morning, I saw some ginger hair. It was on my girlfriend's pillow, so you can imagine my despair. Yeah, some fucking ginger hair just fucking lying there. No, I don't mind orange or strawberry blonde, but ginger's the colour that's all fucking wrong. So I got up out of bed and I wandered down the stairs, but I couldn't get it off my mind, the thought of ginger hairs. The fear has now gripped me, but what should I do? I know, I'll get a brew and ciggy and I'll take it to the loo. Now, should I confront her? But what would I say about the fucking ginger hairs I found in bed today? I need to find more evidence. I need to find more proof. I know, I'll use a hidden camera and then I'll find the truth. So I put my plan in action and we'll see what we will see. And I came back 2 days later to watch the DVD. My hand was a tremble as I put in the disc. I hit the play button and I saw this. There he was, the bastard, stretched out on the bed with his fucking ginger bollocks and his fucking ginger head. How could I have been so wrong? I'm feeling such a twat. Because the ginger that was on the bed was my girlfriend's ginger cat. What a twat. Thank you. Ginger nuts, number that's number 6, isn't it? Number 7. Right. Next one I'm going to do is it's about the last 40 years of my life since I was like, you know, real little man kind of thing, and it's called the Shabby Chic, and it goes like this. We were on the dance floor, cheek to cheek, 1980s, Shabby Chic. 21 years old, I was at my peak. Love was just a game. It was hide and seek. 1980s, Shabby Chic. 1990s, a wife and kids. Divorce and a breakdown. My life's on the skids. 1990s, a wife and kids. The millennium came and went, but I struggled to pay my rent. So a halfway house is where I stayed. It was better than living in a tent. The millennium came and went. And now we're in the noughties, and I finally reached my 40s. I'm a real go-getter since my mind got better, and I'm searching for my muse, but I haven't yet met her. Life in the noughties, when I finally reached my 40s. And now we're in the 2010s. I'm 50 now, but I've made amends. I don't make enemies, I only make friends. And that's what I did in the 2010s. I'm at the end of my 50s now, but I'm not yet quite antique. And the poetry I write today, it's Mancunian, there's no mystique. And every single one of you is different and unique. But I'm still on the dance floor, I'm still 1980s, and I'm still Shabby Chic. Thank you. I'm going to read one actually. I do memorise most of them, but this one, no, I'm going to read it, and it's, this is number 8, yeah? And this lets you know a little bit more about me, a little bit more about what I write. And it's called The Man I Am. I have to write it down because I have trouble remembering it. Not remembering who the man I am, just remembering the poem. So it's called The Man I Am, and it goes like this. I am the man who writes about the pain, about the dullness of the axe and insane within the brain. And I am the man that writes about the lonely, when you're sat with head in hands and the room you rent ain't homely. I am the man that writes about the lost, the needy and the greedy, save a child at any cost. And I am the man that writes about the love, and the man who writes about the hate as well. And I've had a few relationships in life where the difference was very hard to tell. I am the man that writes about a life lived on the streets, giving coffee, brass and cigarettes, kind words to the folks I meet. And I am the man that writes for the disabled, the physically challenged and the mentally unstable. I am the man that writes about your plight. When the Pharaoh said no, we took flight in the night. And I am the man who writes about young Tommy. If you're deaf, dumb or blind, with no father or no mummy. I am the man that writes all your perversions, while you're standing in the dock, telling very different versions. And I am the man that writes for all your colours, your genders, religions, my sisters, my brothers. I am the man that writes for life and death, from a baby's first cry till you draw your last breath. I am the man. I am the man that writes for you. Thank you.
Hooray!
Right, well, I've got 2 left now, and I was here in September and I did one called Sisters, and it was a little bit rude. It was about 7 on the rudometer, and I'm not really a rude person, you know, so, and it was about 2 girls called Barbara and Julie. Now, this is just Barbara's story. There's nobody in called Barbara, is there? No, never that lucky. So, if you don't like rude, then you don't want to be here, if you don't want to hear this. It's only ever been done in public once before, and that was at Guybridge Theatre, and the restraining order's still in place till 2027. And you'll understand when I do it. I don't even like doing it. I don't even like reading this in private, never mind in public. Right, Dirty Barbara. It goes like this. For 20 years plus now I've been single, and here's the reason why. She said my name is Barbara, but you can call me Babs. And I've just come back from Blackpool with one fuck of a dose of crabs. She had the hairiest arse and fanny that I think I've ever seen, and a small tattoo of a manky bee placed just above her bean. I said, I like a tuna sandwich, love, as long as I made it myself. But going down on your rancid crack, that's just got to be bad for your health. Piss and shit stains on the bed sheets, and her cat was riddled with fleas. She had oozing scabs and carpet burns on both her fucking knees. She raked her dirty fingernails up and down my cock, stuck 2 fingers up my arse. By Christ, it gave me a shock. So now you know the reason why. For 20 years, a single guy. So I'll pack up all my shit and I'll emigrate to Scarborough. But Manchester is my hometown and the home of Dirty Barbara. A bit previous, but thank you. Okay, then, gentlemen, I've got one more left to do, and
Come on,
yeah, take that one home with you. She's not a real person. She's an amalgamation. No, she's an amalgamation of the last. Yeah, ever. Right, so yes, I have got. Yeah. So I have got one left to do, and oh yeah, right. And this is called A Taxi for Michael. Well, I am called Michael, and well, I bumped into the Grim Reaper the other day. And obviously, I didn't bump into him in person because I wouldn't be stood here talking to you. No, it was in a dream. And when you meet the Grim Reaper, you ain't going to be chuffed, are you? And I wasn't happy, and I thought, right, I'm going to have words with you, mate. So we had a little conversation, me and the Grim Reaper, and this is how it went. It goes like this. A taxi for Michael. He's a man with no tan, and he drives a black sedan. And yeah, he's got room in the back for one more. His surname's Reaper, first name's Grim. So please, step up, ladies and gentlemen, and he'll even open the door. And believe me when I tell you that he reaps with no elation. He'll reap each and every soul from every single nation, everyone in your family and all your distant relations, because that's what he does for a living, reaping souls with no reservations. But I said I'm not ready to go. Could you come back in a week or so? I've got things to do and people to see, and as far as I'm concerned, this is all news to me. No, said the Reaper, you misunderstand. Your time's run out. There's no more sand. But why was there no warnings? And why didn't you let me know? I could have got my shit together if I knew it was my time to go. But you turn up out of the blue saying, I've come to reap your soul. I'm 59 years of age and I've still got rock and roll. Well, that's as may be, said the Reaper. But really, I don't give a fuck. You're coming with me, right here, right now. So I suggest you shut the fuck up. But don't I get to challenge you, like in Bill and Ted? No, said the Reaper, because that's just a film, and you're a fucking knobhead. Okay then, it's time to go. It's a fair cop. And it's the end of the show. But there's just one more thing before I go and before I leave this bar. The bastard might be the Grim Reaper, but he drives a really nice car. Taxi for Michael. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Mancunian Pirate, using the audio, and that, ladies and gentlemen, Pirate Poetry. Happy Christmas.
Mancunian Pirate, once more.